what better way to kick it off than, of course, that is the wrong overlay. We'll quickly fix that up for you. Villains v Eshays. There we go. We'll plug in the overlay. We've got it all set up, ready to go. Villains v Eshays for your week number 6. Day number 2 first. The best of 3 this evening. And I've seen a bit of Orange Pearl's stream, so maybe he's got some cheeky little lineups to show us. I saw him doing some practice behind the scenes with a few slow orbs, so who knows, we might see some interesting things come out from him this evening. I imagine all of this Villains roster have been putting in the work, and it's really shown week in and week out how coordinated they are as a team. Myth. Early recon. Early dink and early tap Vicon. He's going to find him through that nebula smoke. First kill already there, Shays, to kick that one off. Not what we're expected to see. Bit of a very sharp tap from Vicon. Myth paying his regards in the chat, letting him know that was a nice shot. Frenzy, close range here for Pocket. Could be very, very good. As all 5 group up towards his A lobby, they're all going to be going towards Pocket. One nice curveball, one nice molly, and he will be set up beautifully. A flash comes out, looks for the lineup, it's only able to find the first. Marsh comes out with the peekaboo himself, a little bit overzealous. And that's A site given up to the side of Eshays. They will get that spike down. And they'll be setting themselves up in a bit of a comfortable crossfire. It's going to be now Orange Pearl and Suave to retake. Stars are going to be planted, and they're looking to go for it. Orange Pearl, only the heal to use. No stage nerfs just yet. Heat comes in, and Suave going to be taken as well by Aplo. Sharp 3 from him. A good pistol here to kick it off for Eshays. Only losing Nicholas in a scary peek there to come in from Vicon over at that C-long site. This first round to Eshays means guns. Spike plant as well was very good to set them up now for a stable economy situation. Spectres to come out. All shields for a few. Light for Aplo. Wants to keep that money. Get a operator in play as soon as possible here for Villains. It's a bit of a rough start here. Pistol not going to start off well for Villains. They're normally a team that likes to get a ton of pistol rounds. We've seen it so far in the Autumn Cup. Like to start with early leads. It's all about the mid game is where they really start to fall apart. Before the side of Aplo and company here on Eshays, I have to say, their logo never gonna not be funny here when we set it up. It's a Minecraft villager looking very, very swagged up. I always have a little chuckle to myself every time I set up the HUD and that. Gunma gonna be setting up for the first kill and setting up completely for this A site. The Astra Stars are already in play and they're already down. Another page goes down. Vicon gonna catch one on the flank. He's putting another star down. He's gonna be covering himself. He's looking for a peek here on the Pocket. He's gonna flick on Orange Pearl. Has to pull out the pistol. But he's gonna get the close range engagement. Orange Pearl gonna heal himself up to full, but you see a few players looking to go for this duel. They really want to find these kills. Orange Pearl is gifted one. Guiding Light comes out from Nicholas. They're able to trade it now. Suave. Pistol towards the window. Gunma to take him out. Suave didn't even react to that one. Might be a bit of an interesting one. No, he's here. He's definitely moving. He just didn't want to do anything about that. Second round, though, to go to Eshays. They get to kick it off with a bang to start off Haven. And Haven, a bit of an interesting map, I feel, for this Eshays roster. Overall, not very much is known about the Haven. They've played it once in the, I guess the entire time they've been a team. And, well, 1-0, I guess. So, a credit to them. 100% win rate on a map like Haven. Starting it off with a bang on this attack side, you can see the sky really coming into work, making space here early on for the side of Eshays. This is bonus round to come out. A ton of villains, they have a ton of vandals, a ton of weapons to work with. I say ton of vandals, it's actually a few phantoms in board here. They want to go for a little bit more of a spray discipline here. Not the one taps at range. All too favorable on a map like Haven. It's not too long of a map to go for engagements. Like, I'm going to be putting the stars up. It's going to be up to Orange Pearl. He's the only one here. Guiding Light to come out. Fully blinds Orange Pearl, though. He's able to pull his gun out in time. Shots come in on the Gunma. He's able to heal himself up. But now that's the rest of the site overtaken by the side of Eshays. Marody growth to heal his teammates all to full. You can see why a team like Eshays picked this Sky. They're able to take duels and they're able to walk it out completely scot-free. Marsh. And set up the turret. Dart comes out here in the site. Peek to come in here. I've got your trail. The Seekers come in, though. It's first 2 kills from Billings. Vicon underneath the heaven is making it rain from hell. And all is up to Nicholas, and he will fall by the wayside. Marsh with a beautifully played retake with the rest of Villains. They find themselves a first now on the board. You don't deserve my inventions. Remarks Killjoy. Currently a very interesting bonus round there to go by the wayside. They looked a little bit out of sorts trying to hold on that post plan. Maybe the comms a little bit scattered. Now we go to our 4th round here, and a real decider as to which way this game will sway. That star is set up so beautifully, and it's lined up perfectly for Pocket to take the peak. Gunma, though it's swab out in the open. Mid's going deep 2. He's lined up 2 with a Spectre. And now it's just left a Vicon. The spike goes down. Will be picked up in his hands, and a chaotic fight towards that C long position, and all of a sudden it's left to Vicon. 1v2. Time to work with. Gonna be walking up through that C long position. Orange Pearl's on the flank. Ton of guns dropped for him to pick up. He sees a few in front of him. He sees that operator, though. He wants to go for it. Bang shot. Vicon doesn't even check behind him. The res gonna be thought about for a second, but Orange Pearl decides against it. Keeps the util for another day. 2nd round goes to Villains as they secure themselves a 2nd round there in their scoreboard. And we look at the scoreboard, it's very even across this Villains side. Not one player showing up big early on. They have a ton of ultimates almost available to Lockdown, Cosmic Divide. They have the run it back and the res to the Cosmic Divide, Jet Knives, and Neural Theft if they want to use them. Pocket tucked in the corner along. He's got Marsh to back him up. You can see a more defensive approach towards this A-long side. But that leaves a little bit of room to work with here towards the C site, because Orange Pearl's gone deep into the pressure. Myth now trying to hold off the site. Orange Pearl has turned tail, sees Nicholas, and they're not going to expect him in a position like that. He's going to toss the wall up, sees the wire, shoots it out. Gunma goes high in the sky with the knives. He's going to miss them all. Orange Pearl somehow able to get away with murder. Another comes flying over. Profit is going to find it. Vicon finds another in the garage. They're somehow able to pick up these picks from Eshays. Apple now in his own tripwire triggered in his cage. It's going to be 2 players here to hold on. Profit and Aplo. Dart comes out, shot on, and an immediate retake from the Villains. It's easy like cake. Myth gonna get the full defuse out, and Villains looking very, very strong on these retakes, I have to say. My lord. Eshays, they brought a bit of swagger to start this game off, but my lord, Villains, they're no team to gawk at either. 3 rounds on the board. It's 3 in a row. Only having to... Actually, not even having to burn an ultimate there. Villains, just use the positioning. Just use the util they already had in their back pocket. They now have the run it back. They've got the lockdown. They've got the Cosmic Divide. Gunma, you saw pop knives early on. Orange Pearl eagerly awaiting his time to shine with that shot. Nicholas take and wall goes up. Just like that. Villains started off with a bang yet again. And you can see the effect that has on Eshays. They're now starting to second guess themselves a little bit. Gunma going towards this long side. The flash comes out. They know that's not Gunma though. Marsh gonna be dipping his hand in the basket. Steals away those 2 kills. Pocket was just there for the bait, one would say. Now 2 left alive. It's Aplo, it's Vicon. Up through this long side. Tucked into the corner, the stars align. Pocket's in that corner. Vicon gonna be walking up. Gonna have to deal with Pocket. Aplo 1v5. All of his teammates fall around him. He's left to pick up the pieces of an already scattered puzzle.
30 seconds left.
Cage goes out. On Cyber Cage as well. Doesn't go as far as he probably would have liked. Just trying to get himself on the cross. There's a neural theft pops. He's going to have to go big. 17 seconds. A bit of a wasted opportunity with that ultimate. Shock dart into the Nova Pulse.
10 seconds left.
Aplo might just want to have to get out here. He's able to find a kill on Orange Pearl, but he's going to be swarmed out in the end. The dunk on from Marsh. The util play and the presence from Villains is all too much right now. 4-2 to start this first half off. This half of this first half, I have to say, goes in the favor of Villains. As we see, still, ultimates not really being expended here from the side of Villains. One away from the Hunter's Fury. Aplo did pop the neural theft just that previous round. It's a little bit of an interesting one that you're not expect to see. Suave operated towards middle, immediately finding Gunma, getting in the head early of this Eshays roster. Villains prominent on their first initial engagements. Suave needs to be a little bit more cautious as he's getting a few players flushed onto him in just a second. Pocket going to be tossing the run it back. He's not going to check behind him though. He's got cover though. Suave on the other side. Shots going through this smoke. It's going to be the spike down though for Eshays. They forced themselves on this B site, but for how much longer? Vicon able to find another kill. Aplo takes another 2. It's 3v3 now. Myth
right here
has to fight the good fight. Rotation call towards the window here. This could be very good for Orange Belt. It's Cosmic. Wide. Is available. Myth gonna be walking up. Gonna be checking corners left, right. Good night. It's Suave though. It's now Nicholas. Back sight taken by Suave. He is too clean and cut with it. The 5th round it goes to Villains there. A valiant effort, I have to say, from Eshays. They almost made that work. Had a 3v3 post plant. Just needed to land a few more shots and they would have found that. But, well, class is in session and Villains are your teachers. 5-2. Start that off, and they only expended the run it back. You can see the power that this killjoy that Marsh has is bringing to the table, setting up these sentries, setting up the alarm bot, setting up the swarm so beautifully to deny so much presence here from Eshays early on, even denying the opportunity to get the spike down. But we digress. Still 4 ultimates available here for Villains. They're going to be sending now. Drone out early. Suave is going to be in an early engagement. He's going to lose it out. Marsh needs to now be careful. He's taken extremely low, down to 30 points of HP. He's backed off completely. The rest of Villains have 2. They're going to go for this retake, and we've seen them quite good on their retake so far. The Cosmic Divide will go up. Myth going to be going for the hunt towards the front of the site. You can see the spike in front of him. Let's have the Hunter's Fury to pop 2. You can see everybody now deep in this A-Link position. And Myth can't really see anyone in this site. It's going to be a dry peak potentially come out. The lockdown to come into play here. You can see util now starting to be dumped here. Ultimates now starting to be expended here by the side of Villains. Orange Pearl going to be finding the first, and that Hunter's Fury does heavy damage. The gravity well comes in. Vicon lines up the shot. They're just sitting in A-Link, peppering bullets into the side of Villain's pocket. Gonna be traded 1-for-1, and that's the game, the round done and dusted. It's Eshays holding on for dear life, and they cling to that round by the skin of their teeth. They will take it. Now 3-5 on the board. You can see Villains started to feel a little bit pressured in that round. They really tried to go for that retake. You saw the Hunter's Fury, saw the lockdown being expended. Nothing to come from it, though. I have to say, we look at these scoreboards. 11-6 for Vicon on the Astra. We've seen quite a performance out of some of these smoke players. Some of these dedicated Astra Omen players. Of course, even Viper to come out from some of them sometimes in this Autumn Cup. Doing numbers for all of Control players out there. We'll wait. A potential C-take here to come up. Gonna be Gunma. The point of contact, one off of the knives. He just needs his first initial kill. Turret is going to spot him. Pocket going to be arcing out. The flash is going to be arcing out some shots. He takes another on the Aplo. Tosses the molly down to safety. Side of Eshays. To guess. The C was really the right call. Backing it off for the moment. Very nice hold there from Pocket. I have to say, the curveball sets him up beautifully. They weren't expecting a flash in such a close corner. Over towards this A site, the Eshays side will go. We're walking up through long for the moment. Stars up. Last pack to get Prophet across the site. I have to say, Prophet, all things considered, he's been having a little bit of more of a better game. Of course, we didn't get to see Eshays last week, but saw them the week before, and it was a bit of a rough performance here from Prophet. There's the Cosmic Divide to come out here from Villains. Gravity Well and the Nova Pulse, and Villains, they're going to be pouncing on the opportunity, and they're going to be pouncing from the heavens. And they are making a fool of this Eshays roster with these retakes. Eshays are Batman, and Villains, well, they're the Jokers here, but they're turning the Eshays into Jokers. 6-3 on the scoreboard. A very convincing start and a very convincing almost finish here to this half for the side of Villains. These retakes just so clean and cut. They're so decisive with their timing, and it seems to be paying off. 9-4 for Marsh. 9-7 here for Orange Pearl. 8-7. Run it back now, available again for Pocket. And so the Cosmic Divide being expended. Eshays, they've got a few ultimates to expend themselves. All theft for Aflo. Gunma with the knives, and an early recon dot from Myth. D is going to have to hold his nerve here at the C site. Guiding Light comes out. Myth doesn't budge a muscle. He saw the bird fly, and he will soar like an eagle. Finding the first slow orb. He has Spike, though. He has the run it back. He's got Pocket to help him out. He's got Suave, and he's got Orange Pearl. Sees two tucked in the corner. Myth is going to ping one. Gunma taking another slow orb comes out. Gravity Well to suck into the Util. It's just all too filthy. Too much to deal with for Vicon, and Villains, they're going to be taking themselves a 7th round now on the board. My lord. You can see the amount that this Villains roster really picked here for this first map. Mollies into the swarms, into the gravity, into the shock darts. It's just absolutely filthy. And I guess a really good sign if you're an Astra player, because you've got a ton of teammates to set up for here with these gravity wells. Early stars go out. Early cover being granted. Pocket going for some early info here with his push. The Eshays on the other side of the map. They're feeling very default heavy now. Pocket. Fighting time here. Star goes down. Onto the long player. They're not going to check pocket, though. He goes uncontested. Finds two curveball arcs out wide. Now it's set up beautifully for Orange Pearl to gather a few more kills of his own. The Gunma. An interesting position towards B. Down towards the back of it. Orange Pearl going to be backing it off. Trading positions. Gunma. He's got incel. Marsh has the flank. Trailblazer. Marsh played this beautifully with the trigger discipline. No, he's gonna be taken out. Gunma now try and fight the good fight, and Link, he's gonna win it out. Orange Pill to the heavens. And two players to find the trackers, sorry, to come out, but Orange Pill doesn't give a damn about your ultimate when he's got a shot like that. It's gonna be up to Gunma to keep it going. Spike will go down. Rez comes out. Dart pings Gunma. He is shuffled towards the front of this site. Jocks come in already to the plant. Gravity well towards the underneath. Our drone here. They haven't spotted Gunma. He's avoided all the Ucell. He's going to be peaked by Swab in the end of things. It's going to be an 8th now on the board, and a bit of tactical crouching to come out here from Villains. They're feeling hot. They're feeling cocky. They're feeling all over it. First half very heavily in their favor. 8-3 on the scoreboard.
Last round in the half.
The last round before the switch. The last here really opportunity, sorry, for the side of Eshays. This is the round they want to win. Stem it into a pistol, stem it into a few more, because they're gonna need all of it right now. Villains hot on their trail. Haven, not a map you'd want to be picking against a side like Villains, especially if they're showing results such as this. Scary team on Haven. This is of course their map pick, so it's to be expected. We see such a heavy swayed result. Pocket gonna be catching Aplo. Heads up, surfs up. The head's gone. It's going to be the push to A now. Swab push come to shove. He's only able to find the first kill. Marsh going uncontested in this corner for the moment. Could be finding the first on a Gunma. We'll be finishing him off. Two more players left to deal with. Vicon and Nicholas. Now know Marsh's position. He's got a swarm, and he's just going to have to bait for time here. Trailblazer comes out. Dart goes for the ping on the info. That's the run it back now. Pocket's going to go deep into the site. Go baits it. His players are falling. Marsh has found another Pocket, though, with a curveball. Swinging a batter up. It's a home run here for Villains as they finish out the half. 9-3. My lord. This is all too dominant right now. Pocket now starting to join the upper echelons of his teammates' scoreboards. 13-8. 12-5 from Marsh. 12-8 from Orange Pearl. We saw Myth up there. We saw Suave as well. It's a team effort here across the board from the side of Villains. You can see why they picked Haven. Go to Icebox after this, and we saw Villains aren't scared to play Icebox. Neither are Eshays. We saw Eshays actually take it off of a very revered team in, of course, the Oceanic region, Bliss. But that game's a little bit while away. So this half now. Eshays, as we said, it's pistol more than necessary. They stem it into a buy. They're going to need the bonus. They're going to need the gun round as well. Start to come out. Pocket. He's starting it off really quickly. Going towards the C site with a few players in the wait. Going to be a peek to come out from the left side though. Vicon starting it off. He's still able to live for the moment. Marsh still living in the moment himself. I mean, taking out, revealing a kill. Stars come out. The shock dart lands on a Gunma. That's so well timed here. Villains trying to fight the fight. They'll play it out in the open. They're also going to find the pick towards Garage, and Marsh comes from the back line, comes around and swings it in the favor of Villains yet again. Now double digits on the board. Pistol to be claimed here. 1 for 1 in the pistols. in this series so far. Eshays, as we said, Prophet had a bit of a rough performance in their last series. Of course, we're speaking 2 weeks ago, that one was. Maybe just not quite in the swing of things this evening. You see an aggressive push towards the garage, potentially being set up, but Pocket, he reads it. Molly immediately senses that Eshays, they're feeling doubtful and they might be going for some more aggressive play. Myth gonna be taking out Nicholas. Pocket gonna be holding for another. Do they expect Vicon? No, they do. Very nicely timed for Pocket. Gonna be 2 now to deal with. Wall goes up and the hold towards garage. Orange Pearl. It's actually Pocket gonna be taken out. Jump shot here from Prophet. Blast pack actually gonna take out Orange Pearl with a fadeaway. Not every day you see a kill like that happen. Shocked up, bang. And Myth finishes it off. The goat spray. Myth, self-proclaimed goat, but he's been playing this game very, very well, setting his teammates up beautifully with some pivotal darts. And Marsh, I have to say, making a name for all the Sentinel players out there. 15 and 5. And Villains, they just look way more in control of this game than the side of Eshays do. Phantoms to come out and Vandal for Prophet. Bonus here for Villains. They find this, it's 12, it's match point already in this first map. Getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Swap. Holding for an aggressive C long take, and well, you'd see shot line up. Oh my god, Suave looking for a little bit more. Vicon trades it on the Myth. He's dropped a few guns. Prophet's dropped a player over at the other side of the map as they look to take this B side off of him. No, Marsh able to take the kill. Suave takes another. Left to now Apollo to make some magic happen, deny this match point here. Spike goes straight to C off the call. Blow up goes out. So does the star. They set up now. Aplo watching his teammates all by the wayside. Stars tap to come in. Gravity Well, Suave peeks with it. Shots come on in. Nova Pulse as well, and it's just all too clean and cut for Villains. Eshays are going to be bowing that round in 12-3. My lord. 3rd v 4th, and Villains definitely want to keep that 3rd place.
To do them astral guardian things I do.
We're gonna do some deity type things here. Eshays there in absolute disarray. They're in absolute disbelief. 16, 6 assists just to rack up more numbers on the board. Prophet, the trusty judge, might be coming into play. He's got the showstopper too if they want to choose to do so. This is their potentially last round in this game, I'd imagine. Gonna have to go for some big play here. Spike dropped here, given over to Myth. Drone comes out. Marsh on the lurk here. Position we normally see a player such as, of course, I'm speaking about Mind Freak Norson. Gunma, though, on the flank. Does drop the spike. And showstopper lands point blank. Now it's a bit dicey for this Villains roster. It's Orange Pearl dropped, and well, now it's up to the flank player left as everyone's dropped by the wayside. Walk in here from Marsh. Paint shells and a good showstopper, good discipline here from Eshays as they keep themselves afloat for the moment. 4-12, 12-4 on the scoreboard. You can see, though, that was just one round.
Yes.
Farmed Suave. Prophet still in high hopes. Still a lovely little bit of banter between these teams. I like to see it. You know, even like a result like this, Eshays is still able to have a little bit of fun with it. Run it back, being used by Pocket. Very aggressively too. Guiding light to come out. Pocket tuck in the corner for the moment. He's able to walk up on the site. He's not going to even find the site player. He takes out the CT player. It's Nicholas. Towards the back of spawn. Falling victim. Yeah, Gunma. Gonna be on a hefty little flank here. Does Pocket expect it? Gunma. Straight shot. Spike goes down here, and the Cosmic Divide goes up. Rough it up in the heavens. Orange Pearl. That's a cheeky little wall to see through. Just put him in a very nice position. The lockdown. Now, once the Cosmic Divide goes down, this is just brilliant util play here, but they have to find these brilliant shots. The lockdown goes down, and so does Myth. He falls victim to Vicon. As they will find another round on the board. Eshays still on top of things and still looking hot to trot this evening. It's 12-5. Still match point here for Villains. Eshays. A little bit of a blunder maybe on their attack side. Now they have to batten down the hatches in defense. It's again another round to go their way though. Have ultimates. Gravity Well comes out. Gunma has knives. And Villains are on an eco. This is where Eshays can really start to make the gap a little bit smaller. Profit able to find two, but Mick. Bang shot. Aplo walking up. He hears the hour drone come out. Myth's not able to turn tail. Spike is down in spawn for the moment. Marsh going for the jump up. Left to Suave. Bit of a clutch king. But against 4. Vandal. No teammates to help him out. No tags on. Only to Nicholas. Got the Vicon though is good. Still good for Nicholas, as we say. He will spray it. Suave. No. Gonna be peeked by Gunma and Aplo towards that lobby side. It's going to be a 12. Still for Villains. No 13 just yet. Eshays, it's 6. 3 in a row. It's back to a Villains buy, and it's a few ultimates now available. Nebula. Oh, sorry. Cosmic Divide available for Vicon. The Jet Knives and the Seekers, the Trackers, to come out here from Nicholas. And North F Aplo, we didn't see him use it all too successfully in the last half. I feel like we're gonna wrong his rights though. Gravity Well, paint shells Profit, tosses it. No one gonna go for that early peek. They don't want anything to do with it. Walker. Gonna be coming in here towards the garage for the Villains side. Molly to the right side, a window. Bit of wallbang. 3-2 shots from Pocket. Feeling a little bit slower of a paced round here for the Villains side. Guns as Fury comes out from there, trying to flush the site. It's of course Gunma covered by smoke, and it's Marsh. Make the slow approach to the site with the rest of his teammates. There's a few in spawn spotted by Marsh. Guns toss out the swarm grenades. Spike will go down here, and the rockets to come in. Showstopper, no Profit. Dunks it from the high heavens. Takes another kill. And it's going to be a bit of a rough setup now here for Villains to try and hold it down though. It's blink and you'll miss it. Pocket Suave finding some initial kills. Gravity Well to come out. It's Vicon v the world. It's Vicon 1v2. Finds the first on to Pocket. The spike will be planted. Marsh going to take and hold it. And he's going to be taking the 13th round.